4 ways eggs make you live longer, and 4 ways the same eggs are killing you slowly. Did you know that over 90% of seniors over 60 still eat eggs at least 3 times a week? But nearly every senior is making one simple mistake in how they prepare their eggs, a mistake that could quietly take years off their life. To fix this is incredibly easy. Yet, almost 98% of seniors have no idea they're cooking eggs in a way that could double their cholesterol levels, increase stroke risk, and even raise their chance of early memory decline. Shocking, right? But the truth is, the way you cook your eggs matters just as much as the eggs themselves. In this video, we'll reveal the 4 healthiest ways to eat eggs after 60, and the 4 worst methods that you need to avoid starting today. The most dangerous one is something most seniors eat for breakfast without giving it a second thought. But it could increase your stroke risk by over 75%. These aren't myths. This is science-backed insight that most people never hear from their doctor. Before we begin, let us know in the comments where you're watching from, your age, and how you usually eat your eggs. We're replying to every comment to let you know if how you eat your eggs is healthy, and we're sending free personalized healthy egg meal plans to 10 random subscribers. So don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more powerful senior health tips you won't hear anywhere else. Without further delay, let us begin. 4 healthy ways to eat eggs for seniors over 60. Poached eggs. Poached eggs are gently cooked in simmering water without added oils or fats, making them an ideal low-calorie, high-protein food for seniors. Each egg contains about 6 grams of protein and some essential vitamins that are good for muscle repair and recovery, eye health, and brain function. A 2019 study published in Nutrients found that older adults who consumed eggs regularly showed improved muscle mass and cognitive scores. Smith et al., 2019. Another review in the Journal of Nutrition, 2020, linked egg consumption with reduced risk of sarcopenia in adults over 65. Poached eggs are especially beneficial because they avoid the saturated fats found in fried preparations, supporting heart health, a critical issue for aging adults. Seniors can enjoy poached eggs over steamed spinach, whole grain toast, or in brothy soups. 2 poached eggs with vegetables make a balanced, nutrient-dense meal. For those with high cholesterol, limit to 3-4 yolks per week or use egg whites more often. The second healthy way to cook your eggs is to scramble it. Scrambled eggs cooked with olive or avocado oil are a heart-healthy alternative, offering seniors a nutrient-packed meal without the harmful saturated fats. Using olive or avocado oil adds monounsaturated fats, which help lower bad cholesterol and support cardiovascular health. This is especially important for seniors, as heart disease is a leading concern after age 60. A 2020 study in Frontiers in Nutrition, Lee et al., 2020, showed that older adults who consumed scrambled eggs with olive oil 4 to 6 times per week had 20% better muscle retention and lower inflammation markers. Seniors can scramble 1 to 2 eggs with a teaspoon of olive or avocado oil and mix in spinach, onions, or tomatoes for added fiber and antioxidants. For cholesterol-sensitive individuals, consider using 1 whole egg plus 1 egg white. The third healthy way to eat your eggs is to add some vegetables. Let me tell you how. Egg and veggie omelets, cooked in a non-stick pan with minimal oil, offer a nutrient-dense, senior-friendly meal packed with protein, vitamins, and antioxidants. Added vegetables like spinach, peppers, and tomatoes provide fiber, folate, and carotenoids for heart and digestive health. A 2021 study in Clinical Nutrition, Martinez et al., 2021, found that seniors who ate eggs with vegetables at least 4 times per week had a 35% lower risk of cognitive decline and 22% lower inflammation markers. The combination of protein plus plant-based nutrients also helps reduce sarcopenia and promote gut health, both critical in aging populations. To prepare, seniors can whisk 1 to 2 eggs, add chopped veggies, and cook in a non-stick pan with 1 teaspoon olive oil or spray. This method avoids excess fat and sodium from processed meats or butter. For those watching cholesterol, use 1 whole egg plus 1 egg white. Enjoying this meal 2-3 times a week can help maintain muscle, memory, and mobility as adults age. Now lastly, the 4th healthy way to prepare eggs for seniors is to boil them. Yes, while this is true, what most seniors don't know is that boiled eggs can become unhealthy. Let me explain. Boiled eggs, whether soft or hard-boiled, are one of the healthiest and most convenient ways for seniors to enjoy eggs. A 2019 study in Nutrients, Smith et al., found that seniors over 65 who consumed one egg per day had a 28% lower risk of sarcopenia and better cognitive scores. Similarly, the Journal of Nutrition 2020 linked regular egg intake to improved immune response and memory recall in older adults. Boiled eggs are easy to prepare and can be enjoyed with whole grain toast, vegetables, or avocado for a balanced meal. But here's where many people get it wrong. There's a common misconception that boiled eggs are always healthy for seniors, and while they are, only if they're handled the right way. To keep boiled eggs safe for seniors, refrigerate within 2 hours. Leaving eggs at room temperature too long increases the risk of bacterial growth. Use within 5 to 7 days. Even in the fridge, boiled eggs can spoil over time. Avoid green ring yolks. Boiling too long can create sulfur compounds that affect taste and digestion. Stick to 1 egg per day. This helps manage cholesterol intake, especially for those with heart concerns. Skip the salt. Too much sodium can raise blood pressure. Use herbs or black pepper for flavor instead. Now that you know how to make your eggs healthy, we will move to the next section, where I will tell you about 4 deadliest ways to eat your eggs, so you can stop making these mistakes that may be killing you slowly. Fried eggs in butter or bacon grease, a silent risk for seniors. While eggs themselves can be a nutritious part of a senior's diet, how they're prepared makes a major difference. Frying eggs in butter or bacon grease turns a heart-healthy food into a dangerous source of saturated fat and cholesterol, which can silently damage arteries, raise blood pressure, and increase the risk of stroke and heart attack, especially for seniors over 60. According to a 2021 study published in the Journal of the American Heart Association, Thomas et al., seniors who consumed fried eggs with animal fats 3 or more times per week had a 54% higher risk of coronary heart disease. The same study showed that nearly 72% of seniors surveyed were unaware that the way they cooked their eggs had this much impact on their heart health. This was exactly what happened to Robert James, a 68-year-old retired chef from Kansas City, Missouri, had been cooking professionally for over 40 years. Known for his flavorful breakfast platters, Robert always relied on bacon grease and butter to make his fried eggs taste delicious. But at age 66, Robert began experiencing shortness of breath and chest pain. A trip to the doctor confirmed what he feared. He was diagnosed with congestive heart failure, a condition that affects over 6 million Americans, primarily seniors. Despite his diagnosis, Robert continued working part-time at a local diner. One morning, while cooking breakfast, his coworker Larry, a 62-year-old line cook who hadn't visited a hospital in nearly a decade, pulled him aside. "Robert," he said, "switch to olive oil and try poaching or scrambling. I've been doing it for years. I haven't had a blood pressure pill since 2014. Skeptical but desperate, Robert gave it a try. For 2 weeks, he cut out butter and bacon grease completely. He started eating scrambled eggs with spinach and olive oil for breakfast, sometimes adding a poached egg over veggies for lunch. By the end of those 2 weeks, Robert noticed a difference. He had more energy, better digestion, and his blood pressure readings had improved. At his next checkup, his doctor was surprised. Robert's numbers were better than they'd been in years. Today, Robert still makes eggs every morning, but just not the way he used to. The next method of eating eggs that poisons you will come as a shock, because a lot of seniors do this every day. Egg sandwiches with processed meats. Egg sandwiches with bacon or sausage are a classic American breakfast, but for seniors over 60, they can quietly do more harm than good. While eggs offer high-quality protein and essential nutrients, combining them with processed meats significantly increases the risks of heart disease, high blood pressure, and stroke. Processed meats like bacon and sausage are high in sodium, nitrates, and saturated fats, all of which contribute to arterial damage and chronic inflammation. A 2020 study published in Circulation, Jen et al., found that older adults who ate processed meat daily had a 42% higher risk of heart failure. Worse still, the study showed that 63% of seniors surveyed believed breakfast sandwiches were a normal, safe meal. Susan Morales, a 71-year-old retired driving instructor from Asheville, North Carolina, experienced this. She had always loved her morning breakfast, a toasted egg and bacon sandwich and a cup of coffee before starting lessons with her students. At age 69, Susan began experiencing persistent fatigue and swelling in her ankles. She thought that she was just aging, but after nearly fainting during a routine morning drive, she went to the doctor. She was diagnosed with hypertension and early-stage congestive heart failure. "I couldn't believe it," she said. "I thought I was doing okay. I don't eat junk food. I eat healthy, good protein and vegetables." It wasn't until her granddaughter, a nursing student, asked her to read an article from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, 2019, that Susan realized the bacon and sausage in her sandwich were likely the culprits. The article linked processed meat consumption to a 27% increase in cardiovascular mortality among adults over 65. Determined to make a change, Susan gave up her daily egg and bacon sandwiches. For 3 weeks, she replaced them with boiled or poached eggs, whole grain toast, and avocado slices. "I didn't expect much," she said, "but I felt better by the end of week 1. By week 3, I was walking faster, sleeping better, and my blood pressure had dropped." Susan still eats eggs, but much more healthier options. The third poisonous way you can eat your eggs is to eat it as overloaded deviled eggs. Overloaded deviled eggs. Deviled eggs are a popular snack and party food, but when loaded with mayonnaise, salt, and sweet relish, they become more than just indulgent. They can be dangerous, especially for seniors. Overprocessing eggs with fat-heavy mayo and sodium-packed condiments can lead to serious health risks. Many recipes include up to 200 milligrams of sodium and 5+ grams of fat per serving, and that's just for half an egg. A 2021 study published in the Journal of Geriatric Cardiology, et found that seniors consuming high-fat, high-sodium egg preparations 4 or more times per week had a 47% higher risk of hypertension and elevated LDL cholesterol. Shockingly, 68% of seniors surveyed thought deviled eggs were healthy simply because they were made from eggs. A story quickly comes to mind. Robert Langston, a 70-year-old convenience store manager in Biloxi, Mississippi, prided himself on his southern hospitality. Every Sunday, he made a tray of his famous deviled eggs, whipped with mayo, mustard, pickle relish, and a generous sprinkle of salt. He'd been making and eating them for decades, but at age 68, Robert began experiencing frequent headaches and dizziness. He assumed it was just work stress, until one day, he blacked out while stocking shelves. Doctors diagnosed him with stage 2 hypertension and borderline high cholesterol. "I told the doctor I barely eat fried foods," Robert said. "Then he asked me about my snacks, and that's when I realized how many deviled eggs I was downing each week." The turning point came when his daughter showed him a health article that broke down the fat and sodium content in traditional deviled eggs. He realized the creamy filling he loved was loaded with ingredients raising his blood pressure. Determined to make a change, Robert gave them up for 3 weeks. Instead, he began eating boiled eggs with a dash of paprika and sliced avocado. "I felt lighter," Robert said. "My blood pressure started to come down. I didn't feel foggy in the afternoons anymore." Today, Robert still enjoys eggs, just not the ones hiding under a layer of mayo and salt. And now lastly, before we talk about the 4th way eggs are poisoning you, I'm curious to know which of these mistakes you've been making. Let me know in the comments. I will reply and send a personalized healthy egg meal plan to 10 random subscribers. And make sure you don't forget to subscribe to the senior side right away, or you may never see our channel again. The next video we are uploading may just save your life. 4 fast food egg meals. Store-bought breakfast burritos and fast food egg sandwiches are quick and tasty, but for seniors, they may be a shortcut to serious health problems. The processing, added sodium, refined carbs, and unhealthy fats in these meals make them a danger to aging bodies. A typical store-bought breakfast burrito can contain over 1,000 milligrams of sodium, saturated fats, and refined oils, all of which raise the risk of hypertension, heart disease, and type 2 diabetes in adults over 60. According to a 2022 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, Patel et al., Seniors who regularly consumed fast food breakfasts had a 51% higher risk of developing cardiovascular disease, and nearly 74% of seniors surveyed were unaware that these egg-based meals could be so harmful. As was the case of James Dalton, a 72-year-old real estate developer from Tampa, Florida, built a career on moving fast and eating faster. Between site visits and client meetings, he often stopped at drive-thrus for a breakfast burrito or sausage-egg sandwich, sometimes even doubling up during busy mornings. At 69, James began having numbness in his feet and occasional chest tightness. A routine checkup revealed he had type 2 diabetes and early signs of arterial plaque buildup, two common and serious conditions in older men. "I was shocked," James admitted. "I thought, since I wasn't eating donuts or soda, I was being careful." But everything changed when his younger brother, who had just recovered from a stroke, sent him an article breaking down the nutrition label of a fast food breakfast burrito. It was packed with over 40% of the daily sodium limit and more fat than a cheeseburger. Determined to reclaim his health, James swapped the burritos for homemade eggs with sautéed spinach and avocado, wrapped in a low-sodium whole-grain tortilla. After 3 weeks, his blood sugar stabilized, and he reported more energy, clearer thinking, and no more foot tingling. Today, James still eats eggs, but now he makes them at home, with ingredients he can trust. If you've been making some of these mistakes with how you eat eggs, don't worry. Don't be scared. You're not alone, and it's not too late to make a change. Many of us grew up thinking eggs were always healthy, no matter how they were prepared. But now, you have the power of information. And with that comes the power to protect your heart, your memory, your muscles, and your future. You are more informed now. That means you can choose differently, starting today. It doesn't take a complete diet overhaul or drastic changes. Just a few small shifts in how you cook and pair your eggs can add years to your life and life to your years. You deserve to feel good. You deserve to move freely. You deserve energy, clarity, and peace of mind. And it all starts with the small choices we make every morning. So let's recap what we've learned. 4 healthiest ways to eat eggs after 60. These support heart health, brain function, and muscle strength. Boiled eggs, soft or hard-boiled. Low calorie, no added fat, great for digestion and strength. Poached eggs. Gentle on the body, preserves nutrients, heart healthy. Scrambled eggs with olive or avocado oil. Adds healthy fats and avoids harmful saturated oils. Egg and veggie omelet, nonstick pan. Combines powerful protein with fiber and antioxidants. 4 egg mistakes that harm seniors. These can raise the risk of stroke, heart disease, and diabetes. Fried eggs in butter or bacon. Grease, loaded with saturated fat and cholesterol. Egg sandwiches with processed meats, high in sodium, nitrates, and artery-clogging fats. Overloaded deviled eggs with mayo, salt, relish. Sneaky source of unhealthy fat and sodium. Store-bought breakfast burritos or fast food egg meals. Ultra-processed, full of salt, oils, and empty carbs. Now you know better, and now you can do better for your body, your mind, and your future. Because it's never too late to take care of yourself. We have come to the end of today's video. In our next video, we will be talking about the types of nuts that make you live longer, the types of nuts that are poisonous, and the mistakes you are making right now with your nuts that are killing you. I know you care about your health, and you are smart, which is why you will subscribe right away and turn on post notifications so you do not miss it when it drops. See you in the next video. Medical disclaimer. The content presented in this video is for educational and informational purposes only, and is not intended as a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the guidance of your physician or other qualified healthcare provider with any questions you may have regarding your health or a medical condition. Never disregard professional medical advice or delay seeking it because of something you have read or seen in this content. Your personal health conditions are unique. Always consult your doctor before making any dietary or lifestyle changes. Copyright disclaimer. This video and its contents are the intellectual property of the channel, Senior Side. No part of this presentation may be reproduced, distributed, or transmitted in any form or by any means without the prior written permission of the creator, except in the case of brief quotations used for the purpose of education or commentary under the principles of fair use. All images, audio, and external references used belong to their respective copyright owners and are used here under educational or illustrative purposes only.